Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com, and I'm doing a first impressions gameplay video for the Lord of the Rings Online, a 3D fantasy MMORPG published by Turbine. Now I'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes running around checking this game out, make some comments. If you guys want to play the Lord of the Rings Online or just learn more about it, do check out the full review on the link below. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm already logged in over here, and this game actually was a pay-to-play game for quite a while. Originally released back in 2007, but re-released as a free-to-play game on September 10th, 2010. So let's go ahead and choose our male or female, of course, and you have 4 playable races: man, dwarf, hobbit, or elf. I don't know why they couldn't call him human, they just call him man. Man, you can imagine if you click female, it would be a woman, but it still says man. And then you have, I think, 9 playable classes: burglar, captain, champion, guardian, hunter, lore master, minstrel, runekeeper, and warden. So I'm just going to scroll through these real quick, and I think I'm going to play the warrior class, which seems to be the champion. Class difficulty basic, roll damage, seems like me. And you can just browse through the 4 playable races in the game, and they each have their pros and cons. Man has Gift of Man, plus 15 Fate, and some other stuff. Diminishing of Mankind, minus 8 Will. I mean, each of the races have their own bonuses as well. I like the game's variety right away because there's 4 playable races and 9 playable classes. Now, how many games do you know that have that many playable classes? I know EverQuest 2 does, but not that many free-to-play MMORPGs do. So let's stick with man, champion for now, and let's click continue. And I can choose my face stuff, but for now I will name myself Remo Tag. And I don't want to mess around with the character customization stuff too long because it could take a while. I'm going to click randomize a few times. You know what, let's go with this guy over here. I can choose my origin: Freelands, Dalelands, Gondor, or Rohan. I'm going to leave it at Breelands. And let's click create over here. And yeah, there we go. My name was not taken for a change. So let's go ahead and enter Middle Earth. Now, unlike Dungeons & Dragons Online, which launched as a free-to-play game from Turbine, due to the fact that the game didn't have a lot of players, the Lord of the Rings Online is a little bit different because the game was never really failing. The game always had a pretty high subscriber base, and it was making money too. But they actually made it free to play. DDO, on the other hand, was actually losing subscribers. Nobody really played it, so they made it free to play in sort of a last-ditch effort. But that really paid off. So here we are. We got some introduction over here. Wake up! There is no time to lose. So much like DDO, the dungeons of the game have this sort of narrator speaking, and it sounds really awesome too. So apparently, I get out of jail, and there's this dude in front of me that wants to wake up. There's no time to lose. Alright, this basic movement controls over here. Graphically speaking, right away the game does look really nice. You can look around with the camera, left click to zoom around, and WSAD does move. So this guy's just owning these dudes over here, these ruffians. So let's close this out and let's loot something because that's what it's telling me to do. I want to disable these hints, but I can't really do that. So let's go ahead and take this satchel over here and open that up. Opening up. Let's take the rusted longsword and the knife. Let's loot all that and click my inventory spot down over here. Now the interface down over here looks a little bit hard to read because it's really small text and there's really small icons. I'm sure they'll eventually work on that, but let's go ahead and equip my weapons. I have this and I got that. Let's switch these around and it looks like a boss. This is my character sheet over here. You can see my level, my class, and my various different stats. Let's close that out for now. And it looks like this guy wants to talk to me because he's got a glowing ring over his head. So let's go ahead and talk to him.
Test your will to fight.
Test my will to fight, alright? Let's test my will to fight by prepare yourself to practice against Strider, alright? That's a cool way to practice. Just start stabbing the guy that rescued me out of jail or wherever I was. Let's click OK over here. One thing you guys should definitely pay attention to is the game's story. I'm not paying attention to that right now because I want to get through the tutorial real quick, but afterwards I'm going to go through it again so I know what's going on. Because a game like Lord of the Rings Online is actually pretty story driven. It's something that other MMORPGs don't really do. But they say that the game is really, it lives up to the Lord of the Rings name, and many of the quests themselves are all story-driven as well, which gives the game a lot of depth. So apparently I completed my quest over here. You have adequately demonstrated your skills in combat.
Well done.
Follow Strider outside. So let us press on. Let's follow this guy. He knows where he's going. Through here. He opens a door with his sword, just slaps it, and it opens up. And we have to go through this door, I think. Yep, doors and portals. Doors lead you to new places. Wow, what a revelation. So let's go out over here. I'm right now in the game's like sort of tutorial area where you just log in and create your character. And the game just kind of walks you through all the basics. I don't think this will take too long, so hopefully I should be able to finish this. Defeat his captors. Alright. He's in chillax over here and I gotta go beat up a bunch of dudes. So let's go through this door and see what's up. Alright, let's kill this guy. He looks pretty ragged. I have 3 skills to start with as a warrior. Wild attack. I have blade wall. Let's go ahead and try using them. So I'm just going to spam my 3 hotkeys right now. And I have swift strike. You can see what they do down over there. Let's go OK over here again, and let's go kill some more stuff. Now, the way combat works for a warrior is that I have my energy up over here, my mana points. It's actually just called energy, I think. Let's see. No, it's called power. This skill over here adds 1 fervor. Over here, my fervor things start filling up as I use it. And they go away after combat, so that's sort of like rage, like in World of Warcraft and Runes of Magic. This adds 1 fervor as well. This one does not, but it takes 8 power. So let's go kill this guy over here. Now, I don't think I have any skills right now to actually use my fervor, so there's really no point of me generating it, but I still get it by using certain skills. And I like the fact that, you know, your mana's over here, your HP's over there like most games, and your rage is separate from the top left area. So let's see, I gotta kill 1 more of these guys. I'm in an instance called Jailbreak, so yeah, it is a tutorial area. Many stories in Middle-earth unfold before your eyes. Make sure to pay attention. And I really should stress that too, because the game is story-driven again, so you definitely want to pay attention to it. And the story in the game isn't throwaway either, like in most anime free-to-play MMORPGs. It's a Western-developed game too, so and it's been pay to play for over 3 years now, and that gives the game a certain aura of quality amongst it. Obviously, the English text in the game is really good, and I mean there aren't many obvious bugs either. So let's follow this guy. He is getting a bit of flame. And a place to put it. So he's gonna burn this house down or something. Yep, he's burning the house down. So let's see where I get to go next. I'll go explore my interface while I do this too. Open the system menu. Nope, that's just options over there. Graphically, the game looks gorgeous as well. I'm actually not even running the game on full graphics, only because by recording in full graphics, I create, you know, the fraps lags me up a little bit. Though I can still record in, you know, the settings I'm on right now perfectly fine. I can actually play the game in good graphics too, but it's just that when you record in fraps, it does create lag. But even so, the game does really nice. Combat animations look smooth too, and it looks, you know, basically similar to most other games. You have defeated Mundo's captor, so he's going to talk to Kaladin. Brandybuck is talking to Baggins over here. Mundo Saxville Baggins. There's a lot of hockey slots down over here. Look at this. A2, C2, S2. I don't think you can use any of those right now. Speak with Mundo Saxville Baggins. He's got another ring over his head, so it means he wants to talk to me. Find Strider and Amdir. So let's go ahead and do that. And where are we going next? Over here, I guess? I think we have to go... No, we have to go... I can't wait till he opens the door, because I can't open the door yet. So, we got a Strider over here. Amdir is fighting some Nazgul or Black Rider. Is that... I think it's just a Nazgul, actually, not the Witch King. I've watched all the Lord of the Rings movies, too. And I'm sure fans of the movies and the books will definitely find something to enjoy in this game, too. Considering the game's story actually does live up to the Lord of the Rings franchise. And one cool thing I should mention is actually the guy who wrote the Lord of the Rings books, Tolkien, he's basically the dude that invented all the elves, orcs, goblins, and the dwarves and stuff. I mean, he didn't invent some of them like elves. They've been around in mythology for a while. But he's basically the main guy that really popularized that. So everything that copies, you know, orcs and stuff is a Tolkien clone. Alright guys, there you go. Have my revenge, Wraith. So apparently this guy over here got owned. So let's go talk to Amdir over here. Sucks to be this guy. Good, the hobbit's out of danger, I am glad. Let's click continue quest. How convenient. He dies right after I talk to him. He just had enough energy until I talked to him. So if I never talked to him, he never would have died. Finish now, and let's keep on moving over here. Visit your class trainer after earning a new level to purchase new abilities. And as you actually complete certain quests in the game, there are cutscenes in between them which basically progress the game's main story. I mean, there's an overarching story in the game. That's called Epic Quest, and all the Epic quests in the games are all story-driven. Of course, there's regular, you know, kill 8 wolves quests in the game too, to help, you know, move things along with experience. But the Epic quests in the game give the game a lot of direction. Let's close this out for now, and let's go over here. So I get to talk to this person over here. Thank goodness I'm awake. So let's go accept this over here, and we get to talk to one other guy. So this is basically a mini-map at the top right over here. We can see quest locations as these glowing little rings on the mini-map. So let's go talk to Amdir over here. Apparently he didn't die. He just fell over. Continue quest and talk to Strider over here. And I can get... Let's get this quest over here. Let's get one of these. Let's see. 25 armor versus 18 armor. I'm gonna get the 25 armor one. So let's go ahead and equip this. Alright. Accept this quest for now. Like I said, the game's story-driven quests give the game a lot of direction. So we would talk to Captain Brackenbrook over here.
I don't like the look of those
Continue that over here. That guy doesn't like rangers. But let's go out over here. I want to leave town and start fighting some stuff, only because these quests definitely will take me a while to begin and complete. Let's go talk to this dude because he's on my way.
How can I be of service?
Might as well. A lot of the quests do have some voicing over them. Let's see, what's this guy doing over here? What is the life story of this guy over here? He is just chilling. Look, I have a hand. It's attached to me. He's just playing with his hand. He's just standing over there. Let's go run over here. We have random dudes over here shooting arrows. What if I run in front of him? Will he stop? Don't shoot! Don't shoot me! And he just shot me. What an a-hole. And I have my champion trainer over here. As you level up, you basically want to talk to your skill trainer and get new skills in the game. And it works pretty simply, much like WoW and most other MMORPGs. as you level up, you'll have access to more skills in the game. Though I probably should get to level 2 before going outside town, because I can actually get more skills then. But I'm going to go outside town for now and start killing a few wolves over here, just to see what the basic combat looks like. I mean, I did see the combat over there earlier too. But while I fight this guy, I'll look through the game's neat little features. Let's see, let's scroll through the game's interface options. There are crafting options in the game, and the crafting in Lord of the Rings Online is actually pretty in-depth too. Much more in-depth than other games. I think there are around 10 crafting skills in the game, and a whole bunch of different vocations. And you can actually pick crafting skills on your own. You have to pick a vocation, and there's a whole bunch of the vocations. Each vocation has access to 3 different crafting skills, so you can't exactly pick and choose which crafting skills you want. Instead, you just pick one vocation, which is access to 3 different crafting skills in the game. So let's look through the other options over here. And let's see, I have opened the social panel, which is probably used to find quests and stuff, and find people to hunt with. Yep, you can use it to find people to group with and stuff. And groups in the game are all actually called fellowships, which I guess it lives up to the Lord of the Rings name over there. Let's see what else we got over here. Open social menu, deed log. Basically, I think it's your quest log. Close that out over there. We have our quest log over there. So deed log is a little bit different. We can bring this over here, my character screen. But let me bring up the traits menu now. This is really the most interesting aspect of Lord of the Rings Online, in my opinion. It's really the game's progression system and customization system. And it actually works a little bit like the EverQuest 2 system, because aside from actually just leveling up and killing monsters, getting new skills, there's a trait system on top of the game, which gives the game so much depth. So we have virtue traits, race traits, class traits, and legendary traits. Virtue traits are basically just traits everyone has access to. This is all the classes in the game have virtue traits, which are all shown over here. And you actually unlock these virtue traits by just completing quests, leveling up, and just playing the game pretty much. And actually most of the traits in the game are unlocked by completing quests and overall just playing the game. So there's actually a whole bunch of these. This one over here basically gives me plus 203 fear resistance, plus 2 will, plus 33 non-combat power regen. This one gives me some other stuff over here. Fortitude, plus 69 non-combat morale regen. Now these are all basically just stat boosters and give you abilities in the game. And you can actually equip up to 5 of these at once in your virtue traits. So as you level up, you unlock these slots. I get a slot level 7, level 9, level 11, level 17, and level 23. So at level 23, I can equip up to 5 different virtue slots. Now race traits, unlike virtue traits, are race specific, just as the name says. So I can equip eventually 5 of these over here. And I can unlock all of them at level 37. The game's level cap, I believe, is around level 50, though it's not level 60-ish. So because this one's level 60. So class traits, just like race traits, are specific to classes only. And legendary traits, I believe, are not exactly class specific at all. And there's only so many legendary traits. You can see them over here. And these are the more powerful skills in the game, and you can only equip 3 of them at once. And they're actually much more difficult to unlock as well. You have to go through long quests and item gathering quests. They actually unlock all of those. So even though there are so many different virtues, race stuff over here, classes, you can't equip all of them at once. So we have 3 different. We have Berserker, Martial Champion, and Deadly Storm. So there's actually 3 different sets of class-specific traits in the game. So even though there's 9 classes in the game, they're all extremely different. So you actually have a lot of classes in the game, and all of those classes have access to so many different skills. And even though every warrior has access to every single warrior trait in the game, they don't actually, at any given point, no 2 warriors will have the same exact traits equipped, which gives the game so much depth. There's instances as well, like in most MMORPGs. From what I'm seeing so far, graphically the game looks great. There's a lot of variety. It's definitely one of the most in-depth MMORPGs out there right now. Though the game does have some drawbacks, and mainly the drawbacks are the free-to-play restrictions. There are some minor chat restrictions and some trade restrictions. You can't hold more than a certain amount of gold at once. And some of the skirmishes in the game, which are basically mini instances that are randomized every time, are not available to everyone. Aren't available to free-to-play users. I mean, they're available, but there's only so many of them. I think free-to-play users have access to 4 of them, while the paying players have access to all of them. I mean, the restrictions aren't that bad because you have access to the full content in the game, all the game's world. There's PvP in the game as well. You can turn your PvP flag on in certain areas. But again, there are some serious restrictions which sort of hurt the free-to-play experience. But it's not a big deal. I mean, I originally thought the free-to-play restrictions would be a lot worse, but they're not, so that's not a big deal either. You get your first mount in the game, I believe, at around level 5. The game's combat is really fluid, like I said. And there's actually some skill involved too. You gotta, build up your rage as a warrior, and pick the skills that you want to use your rage on. I keep calling it rage, but they're actually called fervor. So let's go back into town to actually complete our quest. So let's see what else we got over here. Also, as a free-to-play member, you only have, I think, 3 or 2 bag slots over here. The rest has to be unlocked through paying in the cash shop. Another thing I should mention is, unlike DDO, the game isn't like instance outside town everywhere. This is actually a persistent world MMO. Anyway guys, I am running out of time. If you guys do want to play The Lord of the Rings online or just learn more about it, do check it out for a review on the link below. Later guys.